Hey guys, just a quick intro before the video starts. Just want to let you know that we opened a second guild with my followers and subscribers. The name is Trolleys. So obviously the guild I opened is already full since some days, but I finally found an amazing person who was happy to help me out and open a second guild. So feel free to join. And yeah, see you soon. Also, see you on Discord. The Discord is now running. We are growing really, really quickly. So yeah, the description is the Discord. The name is Trolleys, and yeah, enjoy the video, guys. Hey guys, and welcome back in my next video. Today we're gonna discuss about Tia. So Tia is one of the legendary champions that you can synthesize in the game for free. However, the difference between Ceres and Tia and Savannah is Savannah and Tia, most of the epics, and when it comes to Tia, all of the epics, you can't get them for free. When I mean for free, they are not obtainable by synthesis. And as we know, all those epics here, you can basically get them by summoning the blue stones or just farming the mythic campaign for some heroes. So for Tia, the only way to get her by synthesis is by being lucky and pulling the epic champions that you need here in order to get her. However, I don't think it's worth to do. I'm not saying beginner mid, but also end game, because one of the champions, I mean, two of the champions that are required for her is Ricard, which is a really good champion, even though he got nerfed. I think most of the, not maybe not most, but a lot of the arena PvP defenses still use Ricard. And also Andre, I think Andre is an amazing single target PvE, PvE, just an amazing single target damage dealer. There are some teams that run him in Ash 12, and I also think he will be amazing in the guild boss right now, especially since we have the hero, the fire guild boss. Unfortunately, I still didn't have him leveled up, so I won't be able to test Andre. But again, today we're gonna focus on Tia. Let's just try her out in different areas just to see her damage. So when it comes to her equipment, well, first of all, obviously she's fully glyphed and she's fully skilled up. I have two of her ascensions because I pulled her, and she was also the first hero, if I remember. Yeah, she was, no, she was the second hero in the second battle pass. First was Blackhorn. But her first ascension gives her speed, and the second is, okay, the second one is really good, which is basically 15% attack. Uh, so yeah, I mean, if you don't have her ascended, obviously your damage will be a little bit lower. But again, on the very long run, I guess we all gonna be able to ascend her to 6 star. However, her most important ascension is at 5. That's when you're gonna get the second ascension basically upgrade. So let's just quickly check her skills. So first of all, her ascension or her passive applies frostbite to every enemy at the end of their turn, and she also applies frostbite with every skill she does. Now, how frostbite works is basically you can apply frostbite up to 5 times, and every stack uh, is a debuff of 10% speed to your enemies. And if I'm not, yeah, and once they reach 5 stacks, the enemy hero will basically be frozen for 1 turn. They can, like, she can also freeze hero with her ultimate without having the stacks, but you have only 50% chance to apply the frozen effect. However, it goes up to 80 once they have at least one frostbite debuff. So I don't think she will be like an amazing damage dealer, but again, we're gonna test it out. She has a S in attack, but honestly, when it comes to Tia, I think she will be shining mostly as a support rather than a damage dealer. When it comes to the equipment, she has 110 crit. Unfortunately, I tried to make like the biggest attack and the biggest crit damage I could, and with the gear I have, well, she has a little bit too much crit. But yeah, she has 307 crit damage, 100, let's say just 100 crit, and only 3.9k attack. Now, even though she's S in attack, other champions with the same gear will have a higher attack. So I'm guessing the glyphs give her mostly crit or crit damage rather than attack. So yeah, let's go test her out. And well, first of all, in the guild boss, we have the fire guild boss right now. So let's go see what damage will she do. Uh, just quick damage like that. And then I just gonna also run Natalia, Sierra, and Hydracia just to compare different damages from different spells. First of all, let's try the ultimate. So the ultimate will do not that much, around 4k, something like that. It was 2817. So yeah, like 4.7k, 4.5k, something like that. Let's see her S2. Okay, so her S2 is already better. It's like 6200. And let's check her S1, 4k. Okay, so the damage, I don't think it's that good. Again, we're gonna try it out with other champions just to compare. However, as you can see, the boss has this frostbite stack, minus 10%. Just before or when I used my S1, the stack went to 5 and that did reset. Obviously, you cannot stun, freeze, or whatever when it comes to the guild boss, but any other hero would be already frozen, and it gives you one additional turn before he can play. So yeah, let's do the YouTube magic, guys, and let's just check other heroes' damages. Okay, so let's check Sierra, her ultimate. There it did 2k, 3k, so 7.5k, something like that. 7.5, 7.5k. Then we do the S1, it did 4.3k. S1, 4.3k. Okay, let's jump to Hydracia. Hydracia. Okay, let's try with now with Hydracia. So her ultimate will do 2, 4k, and that was a bonus attack. That's not her ultimate. However, because she has a 50%, I think, or 30% to an additional damage, so I will just count 4k for her ult. Then we're gonna do the S2 as well, 4k, and we're gonna do her S1, 4.6k. Let's jump now to Natalia. Okay, so Natalia's ultimate without any buffs or whatsoever. 8, yeah, 8.8k when it comes to the ultimate. And then S1, 3.5k. So, when it comes to the damage, so we have Tia with her ultimate at 4.5k. So we can clearly see that she's at the same level as Hydracia. They both are obviously AoE champions. Then we have Ciara at around 7k. Obviously, her ultimate is only a single target, but then again, she would also do AoE damage with her passive. And then Natalia at 8.8k. Again, yes, she's also a single target, but we all know how she works. She only gets one buff. She will also make AoE damage. When it comes to S1, they are all very similar. However, Natalia's S1 is the worst one. But then again, Natalia can be buffed in regards to how many buffs she has. Tia can't be buffed, and the same with Hydracia. However, Sierra can be also buffed because she gets 5% attack up for every champion that died. But on the boss, those are the numbers. I don't think she's like a particularly amazing hero for this boss. Uh, the only issue is that, well, obviously her debuff, speed debuff doesn't really add anything to the fight, so I would not use her in the guild boss fights. However, maybe let's go check if she's like a valid farmer for glyphs. So let's jump into the Mythic campaign and check her damage with the other champions based on there. Okay, so the next step is to check the damage of their ultimates in the campaign. Uh, it's 7.3 Mythic. I'm gonna run win tricks with every single one of them. So they won't, I mean, the attack buff will be the same for all of them. I need win tricks to be in every single run for me, so my nukers and damage dealer champions, generally speaking, are faster than the mobs. Natalia, obviously, she will have a little advantage because any buff applies the 10% more extra damage. But then again, it just proves Natalia would be better in this case. And generally speaking, I will explain later, but let's just check the damage. So let's see on the first wave, how much did she do? She did 23k damage on all the mobs. Okay, YouTube magic, and we go back to Tia. Okay, let's now see how much damage Tia will do. So she didn't one-shot everything, and her total damage is 17k for Tia. Okay, YouTube magic, we go to Hydracia. Okay, so let's now see Hydracia. Now, in this case of scenario, if the passive triggers, I will also count it in though. But I hope it won't trigger. Okay, didn't. And the total damage is 18k for Hydracia. YouTube magic and Ciara. So we're gonna also test Ciara. Obviously, she doesn't have an ultimate, but her passive will allow her to basically spread the damage. So let me see. We're gonna ultimate, then she's gonna passive, and let's see her total damage. She's at 23k. Now, when it comes to Ciara, it's a little bit hard to say because I don't know how the EI would. I mean, I guess the EI would use the ultimate on the fire hero. So obviously the big blue guy would not die there. So, but again, she would do even more damage if her ultimate would go on the fire hero. Okay, so for 7.3 Mythic, 23k Natalia, 17k Tia, 18k Hydracia, and 23k Ciara. Again, they all have the same equipment that I showed at the beginning. And yeah, we can clearly see that Natalia is and always will be the best nuker and farmer when it comes to fire or water champions. Hydracia is way behind. Obviously, her damage will be higher if her passive procs, but I mean the percentage is really low, and we can't trust it when we farm. The runs will be way slower. And Ciara, she has that 23k, but obviously it's mainly single target. And overall speaking, Tia, she only has one ultimate. I don't think she would have her ultimate back by the third round, even though the second round of wave she would have to kill one by one. Hydratia, she could ultimate the second and S2 the second wave. But then again, same third wave, they would not have an AoE attack. And Sierra overall, if she manages to put at 50% a single target, she would AoE damage every round as well if you have her fully skilled up. But in overall, I don't think Tia is a good farmer, and I most probably don't think she's a good solo damage dealer either. Uh, so obviously I won't try Ash with her because I don't think it's possible to even do it because obviously she might one-shot the first wave, but then again she won't be able to do anything in the second wave. So let's go back. So we saw that when it comes to single target damage, Tia is not the best. When it comes to farming, generally speaking, she's not shining either. But let's go into the two areas that I think she will have the biggest potential, which is basically Arena and Void Tower. So let's start with the Arena, uh, and let's see how will she work there. So let's try a random team. Again, all the teams will always be the same. So I don't know, let's try this one. So I just want to see how does her freeze work because she has 50% to freeze a target, but then I guess we still need some focus for that because if the enemy champions have a high resistance, even though she might apply it, they might resist it. But let's just give it a look and let's see, I don't know, the damage that she can put, if any damage, and also how the freeze will work. So we're gonna speed buff her just to make sure, but she's already quite quick. And let's see, what does it do? So we have two frozen champions. The damage for a nuker, nothing amazingly amazing. I won't test every single champion. It's not the point here. It's not about the damage. I don't think Tia is a great damage dealer. I think she would be better as a support. Now, when I think she might shine in Arena is a very specific team, and let me show you what do I have in mind. So the team that I think will work and how Tia might work in Arena, basically speaking, is I think Tia might replace Wintrix. So first of all, we're gonna take Orion. I mean, that's my team. I will just show you what I mean, generally speaking, when I speak about Tia. So, uh, yeah, I need this. So first of all, I think Tia might replace Wintrix because you can build her really, really fast. And instead of speed busting your other champions, you might try to slow the other enemies. And if you still build her damage and crit rate, she could add additional damage to your team, and then obviously also make the same effect kinda ish that Wintrix. If you don't have her, or just generally speaking, it's harder to nuke someone with 3 nukers. Obviously, it will be easier with 4 nukers. So let's see if it can work. Now, the only issue is obviously that your nukers, you can't focus 100% crit damage at attack crit rate because, well, even if she slows those champions, they still might resist and they still might be faster than your whole team. But let's see what happens. So first of all, we're gonna slow them down, and as you can see, they all resisted. Uh, let's see. I guess I might still win. No. Okay. Okay. Great. Um. Okay. Well, I guess I don't have enough of focus. The only problem is there if I put more focus, obviously all the other stats are going lower. And then, well, obviously, at this stage, I guess Wintrix will be better. Okay, let's give her the last chance. Let's try her in Void Tower. Okay, so we're gonna test her finally as, I mean, as a last step in the Void Tower. And let's just see if she's able to at least freeze the champions in the Void Tower. And just generally speaking, to see her damage. So let's try and see if all the mobs will be frozen or not. Okay, so the freeze is not bad. They did get frozen. But I mean, the issue now is, well, I don't have a freeze anymore for this turn. Yeah, yeah. Can I tank this? I think, yeah, Wintrix will die. Nah. Okay. Okay, let's go to the main screen and just make like a summary of Tia. So, Tia. Well, as we saw, single target damage, she's not shining. I think single target damage, water element, the best will be always Ciara, Andre, and Natalia. When it comes to farming AoE damage, the best will be Natalia. Even though if we don't use Natalia, well, I think Hydracia is easier to get than Tia, and she kinda still does the same or a little bit more damage and has way more AoE attacks. Then when it comes to the arena, well, Tia's damage, well, when it comes to AoE, just generally speaking, is not that amazing. Her freeze, in order to land it properly, you need to put a lot of focus on her, but then obviously you will not do the damage that I did. So I guess Wintrix will still be better, and you will not replace any other nuker that you currently have instead of Tia. And Void Tower, I don't know. I tried her on the boss stage at the very end, but then again, almost everyone died. And when I did use her ult, where, well, no one was frozen because again, she didn't have enough of focus. So I guess for her, like, the problem is even her ultimate or will even the frozen effect status itself. The issue is that even if she goes first or she is fast and she frees the whole team, whenever a frozen enemy gets touched, attacked, don't get me wrong, you have a chance to break the freeze and basically, well, at this stage, Tia will be useless in this fight. So at this stage of the game, I don't see any content that Tia might shine. Again, if you think you could use her on a boss or on a stage, well, you basically she will freeze the champions and it will give you more time to kill them. The only way to do so is if she goes last. So basically, you will have to do all the damage with your nukers, and then only Tia goes and freezes the champions. That could work, but again, you need a lot of focus on her, and it will be very hard to build her slow enough to be slower than your nukers because she is quite fast. She's just quite fast. So I don't know. Personally, I would not advise you guys to build her. I would not advise you to synthesize her. I think the epics that are being used to synthesize Tia right now are way better than she is. Ricard is just amazing in PvP, and his ultimate can carry you through some difficult content, and he's just an amazing tank. And Andre is just a better water element unit than Tia is. I really need to build Andre and test him on the guild boss, but I think like Andre will be the number one so like single target damage dealer, and Tiao has like there's no way she can do at least the same damage as him. So yeah, guys, overall I don't think Tia is good. I don't know, when you go into the notes from other players, apparently Arena or all those notes are green above 4.5. But I don't understand why. The only place that I know Tia is amazing, and that's literally the only place, and obviously I have to mention it because, well, she's the best in this dungeon, is for the witch. Basically, you can see that she's used in a lot of teams, and that is because, well, basically she applies this freeze, not frozen, frostbite debuff up to 5 stacks. And when it comes to the witch, she does damage based on the difference of speed. So obviously if you apply 5 stack of the debuff, and the witch has minus 50% speed, and Tia just herself is very fast, it just allows you to receive way less damage from the witch. But yeah, besides the witch, I would not, and I will not use her in any other content. I mean, she wasn't a waste. She might be fun if they change the buff, because we also have an epic water. We also have Mila, Mila. She can also attacks have a 30% chance to apply frozen to the target for 1 turn, plus 10% per negative effect on the target. So if they change the frozen effect to cannot be broken by other winter ice heroes, that could be amazing, because like we have a potential to build like a frozen ice team, and that would be huge. But for the moment, till there is this attacks on the target have a 50% chance to remove this effect, I don't think there is any fun in this. Like personally, I really wanted to build like an ice team with Mila, um, Tia, Hydracia, like a snow team, ice team, but it just makes no sense, guys. So yeah, don't invest your resources in Tia at the moment. If you pulled her, well, I'm sorry, you won't use her till the very late game when you're gonna start farming Witch. But as we also saw when I review of the sets, well, the Witch is not that great anyway. So yeah, I don't think, yeah, just don't do Tia. Do Natalia, Ciara, Andre, don't do Tia. So yeah, guys, I hoped you enjoyed the video. I hoped it helped you, and I hoped, well, you won't do the mistake as me. I mean, I don't care. I still want to level up every single champion. That's the whole purpose of it, so you can see if it's worth it or not. And yeah, guys, please follow, like if you like the video. Again, I created a new Discord for my followers, guildmates, or anyone. You can just join. The Discord is growing really quickly. So yeah, if you don't have anything to do and you want to chat with some amazing trolls, that's your place to go. Like I said, I already have a guild that is full. However, one of my teammates opened another guild, which is Trolleys. I will show it at the end of the video. And yeah, guys, see you in the next video. Follow, like, subscribe, and enjoy your day.